Ludwig, you started at STI Scandinavia as a summer intern, and now you're a sales manager. What made you choose logistics, and what convinced you to stay?
Yeah, that's correct. I started at STI Scandinavia roughly 4 years ago as a summer intern. Did not really know what I got myself into, to be honest. But I always enjoyed a fast-paced environment. Starting in logistics, I thought it was mainly just getting products from point A to point B, but I realized quite quickly that it's a lot more than that. It's a lot about precision and problem solving and always being on your toes. And I think that is also partly why I stayed. I think it's a very interesting business to be in. It's fast moving and it's very fun.
You've grown quickly within STI, from transport planner to business development and now sales manager. What has that journey taught you?
It has taught me a lot about stepping out of my comfort zone. I've been very fortunate also to have some great coworkers that has trusted me with some big responsibilities. And by being proactive and staying curious, I've been able to move quite quickly within the company.
You describe sales as being about trust, responsiveness, and always showing up. How does that translate into your daily work with customers?
It translates. I think it's. I think sales is a lot about relationships mainly, and our customer they need to know that they can always count on us. That when we say we will deliver, we will always deliver. But you have to keep in mind also that logistics is a business that is filled with problem solving. You're always gonna end up with a new problem, and you need to be very solution orientated, and you really need to make sure that the customer has a good experience throughout the process. And by being very transparent towards the customer and build a good relationship, that itself will build a lot of trust. And I always like to say that I'm not really looking for a customer. I'm looking for a partner to build a long-term relationship with. And I think that is the way to go.
STI Freight Management's claim is taking quality the extra mile. What does that mean to you personally?
To me personally, it means to not cut any corners. There needs to be a high level of detail in everything we do. We need to have a high level of detail in communication, in execution, in everything. And as I said, in logistics, you need to be very proactive and transparent and solutions oriented with the customer. And things are going to go wrong, unfortunately. It's the line of business we're in. And just because something goes wrong, it doesn't necessarily mean that the customer has to end the day with a bad feeling about the situation. It is up to us to make sure that it still is a pleasant situation and a pleasant feeling, rather, about the situation. And we can do that by basically showing our high quality when it matters the most, and that is when things eventually go wrong.
Many young people are not aware of the variety of roles in logistics. What would you tell them?
I would tell them to give it a try. Logistics is filled with opportunities. You can work within transport planning and the operational side. You can work within digitalization, making sure that all the systems run smoothly and that the technology is developing correctly. You can work in marketing, or you can work in sales. There's a lot of different areas in this line of business. And I think as long as you're good with teamwork and you're problem solving and you like to make things happen, then you will fit perfectly into logistics.
What skills do you think young professionals should focus on for the future of logistics?
I think it's important to focus on adaptability and communication. You should always be curious and try to stay ahead of the change and ahead of any problems. And we can see that the market is changing rapidly due to technology. And I think it's important, like I said, to just stay on your toes and move fast.
And finally, what do you like to do when you're not working?
So when I'm not working, I enjoy physical activity, working out, challenging myself in different ways. I enjoy spending time with family and friends, of course, and